Okay. Hi, everybody. We're back. Today, I'm going to try painting a still life, just a vase of flowers with a sunflower. I never prided myself on being a great, of course, not even close, sunflower painter. They look like they should be easy, but I've always found them a challenge. But anyway, I'm going to try it today, and we're going to do kind of just a loose floral. I really don't, the only subject matter I have is just, my reference is one of my old paintings that I found on my phone. I don't have the painting anymore, so I mean, I try to keep, recordings now of my paintings that I do. So that's what I'm using. So it's not going to be exactly like that, and I don't know how far. I mean, I'll get pretty far because I think it's a relatively simple subject. But some of you have expressed that you don't see me finish, and that's not really what my goal is with these videos. I mean, I want to teach you or inspire you to paint, like how to build a painting, how to start a painting, and how to have that confidence to move forward, and how to be, just to begin. And that's the toughest part for some. And then how I proceed and go to the different, stages. But at the very end, I mean, it is up to you how you want to finish your painting. I can't show you. I mean, my goal is not to say, here is a complete painting. You can have this done and hang it on your wall this afternoon. That's not what I want. I want to show you how to start it and and where to go. And then you take it from there and finish it to your style, because the way you finish a painting is really basically how you show your style. So here we go. I'm going to pull it up on my phone right here. I think Jane's going to insert this, so if you want to screenshot it, if you want to have a reference. But it's just an imaginary vase of flowers with a sunflower in it. A couple. All right, here we go. First of all, I primed my canvas with red. This is a cadmium red light, real cheap brand. But I put it on with a sponge brush and let it dry. And just gives me a really nice base to start. So I'm going to just kind of start with my Hooker's green. I'm going to add a little bit of alizarin crimson to it, which is going to make it black just about. And I'm going to just start with, this is going to be a sunflower right here. And I know the leaves the petals are yellow, but I'm going to start making them black so that they will have a certain depth to them. You'll see what I mean. So, when I'm going to make all my flowers black or dark, so that, and then I can go in and cover them with a lighter color. You'll see. You'll see. Trust me. My phone keeps, I don't know how to set it so it stops fading out. So I got new eyes. I got my cataract, both of them finally done. Pretty excited about it. Colors are fantastic. I love sitting in my backyard just looking at every individual leaf out there and how bright the colors are. It's pretty awesome. That's one thing about getting older that is actually good, is you're able to get cataract surgery. Throw those contact lenses away. So you can see what am I doing? I'm designing my bouquet. Let's call it a flower arrangement. It's going to be a leaf. These are all the stems. And then I'm just going to design a little vase. I'm going to have it going off the bottom, real simple. Just like that. And then there's going to be a water line about like that. Okay? I like my flowers going off the edge of the canvas. So while my hooker's green is wet, I'm going to go in and put my first layer of color on there. It's going to soak in, but it's going to just give my color, as I build up layers as it dries, it's going to give my flowers depth. So let's just start. This is a cad yellow medium. Jane was just getting ready to say it. I know. And then this is a flopped over. Look at it's turning against the hooker's green. It's turning green, green. And this one's going to be going up. And I think I'm going to I'm going to take my cad yellow, dip it into a little bit of hooker's green, even though all this hooker's green is wet anyway, and make some leaves. This brush, you could just smash it with the point down, drag it, and lift it. Practice on a piece of paper. Now, when you have water in your vase, you stop your stems at the water level. And then when they go down, because of the deflection, they're going to be, they won't be totally in line. I have some other colors in here. I'm going to use, got paint on me.
Oh my goodness.
I do. I have paint on every bit of clothing I own. I'm going to put some little white flowers in here, just like this.
That's just your titanium white.
Yep. These shouldn't all be facing the same way too, but just put a little guy over there. I like flowers that look like you've just picked them out of the garden or the field. The field's even better. And they're not all smashed together. I like to see space through my bouquets. If somebody sends me flowers, like my sons do sometimes, the bouquets are so condensed. They're so thick. I end up taking them all apart. Sorry, boys. But I take them all apart and I make a bunch of different little arrangements with them. You know, put them in little pitchers and things like that. This is brilliant purple. Now, earlier I pulled out some other purple and I forgot to bring it back here to the room where we're recording this, so when I take a break, I'll go get it. It's a deeper shade of purple that I'm going to use for some accents. I'm going to bring just a little bit of I don't know what kind of flower this is. Just a little bit of orange up there. I can see it.
Is that a cad orange?
You know, I think it's just cadmium orange. I don't know if it comes in a light or what. It's a color I'm not super familiar with. I usually make my own oranges, but I found some, so I'm using it. So I know a lot of you are going, but what about that background? I know, I can't wait to paint around all this stuff. I love to do that. I'm going to break up my vase with a little bit of white. Break up your line always. And the water level in your vase is light. Just kind of a dirty white I'm using there for my water level. Let's just put some in here. Now, while it's still wet, I'm going to paint the background. And then I'm going to take it outside and let it dry. So the background is going to be my favorite kind of shade of gray where I mix 4 colors. I don't mix them in a puddle. I dip in the 4 colors. While all 4 colors are on my brush, they will mix. It doesn't have to be an even kind of a shade all through the back, but it's going to be cool. It's going to be broken. It's going to be interesting. So I'm dipping into light blue violet, light blue, brilliant purple, and Naples yellow. And now I got all those colors on there. Watch this. It's going to make this really kind of nice kind of a putty. And I'm going to loosely cut in. It's this magic brush, I tell you, everyone. It's got that point. It's that Princeton 6300 Dakota series. Oh, I dipped in the hooker screen. 6300 Dakota series. It's the best. It's a magic brush. If I wanted to, let's try a little raw sienna. That's a nice, kind of a nice fall. I'm going to throw that in there a little bit. You know, I'm showing you these videos to like inspire you to jump in and paint. It's not necessarily like, oh, this is what everybody, we're going to paint this today, and this is how your painting should turn out, absolutely like this. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to show you how I do it, and maybe you'll get some pointers, and maybe it'll inspire you to say, hey, I think I could jump in and do that. If it doesn't work out, it's okay. You can paint over it. Yesterday, I tried to paint a portrait. Not even, I was making it up. It was a Caribbean lady. I thought I could do it. I had it in my mind. It was going to be loose, and it was going to be just lots of brush strokes. I painted all day on this. I was so frustrated. I went home just so frustrated, and she is hideous, and it didn't work. So I had a bad painting day. We have them. And I'm just going to leave it alone at that. Now this looks like a mess, but when it's dry, I'm going to go back in and define all these things. I love cutting in. I'm not trying to be all precise. So almost. I'm going to go up. So look, that's a little browner up there. I like that. Now I'm using raw sienna, light blue violet, and brilliant purple. Yes, I'm messing up my paint colors on there, but that's the way it is. And I'm answering a lot of questions we get a lot of questions. I'm using a lot of water and a lot of paint. I don't use a medium, and I do clean off my brush between colors except for when I'm doing all this dipping to blend them right on the canvas. Just feeling kind of fall-y. Even in Florida, it's 90 degrees out there, but we don't care.
Yeah, it's gonna be in the 80s next week.
Oh, we're excited. I know. And our pumpkins are usually ceramic, you know? And that's the first year I moved here, I bought a real pumpkin. I was so excited. And I went to pick it up and it just turned to mush. So, almost done. This is as far as I'm going to get. I'm going to let this dry. And then when I come back, it'll be bone dry, and I'm going to really make some of these flowers pop out and leave it at that and show you how to finish the vase, and we'll be good. All right. So, by the way, this is what I'm using today is 18 by 24, and it's kind of a good size, but I'm just letting you know what that is. But, you know, I find the bigger the canvas, the more fun it is to paint on, and the bigger strokes you can get, and it's not as tedious, let's put it that way. So I'll see you after I get this dried out in the sun in the courtyard. Are you ready? I'm back, and this is bone dry. It's been outside in the sun, and now I'm going to put some finishing, or just pop it, make it pop. Put some fresh paint on there. So let's just start with the white, because that's so fun. I'm dipping into the white and maybe a little bit of Naples yellow. That just brightens up your white. It's really wet. I hope that doesn't drip. Some little white flowers there. We got to look like summer maybe going. You know, that's the thing. When you do something in a painting and you like it, you just want to keep doing it. And then it's overkill. And then it just you've got to discipline yourself to just, you know, be discreet and keep it moving, but don't fall in love with a certain brush stroke that you think, oh, this blade of grass looks great, so you just keep going and going and going. I just splashed all over this. So anyway, I'm going to put some yellow now. I'm going to add a little white to it to make it more opaque. My cadmium yellow medium. And look how that's just coming out. And see, you know, where it was darker, I mean, where it soaked into that wet hooker's green, I like it. Nice fall feeling. Let me see, I have to look at my other painting. Yeah, I had a flower over here. And I went and got a little bit of darker purple. I never really put this on my palette unless I'm going to do something like this. But see, I'm just jumping in there and giving some more depth to that brilliant purple, which is really a lavender in all these kind of purpley flowers. Let's add a little purple. Look at that drip. I'm going to add, I'm cleaning off my brush pretty good because that purple can kill stuff. It doesn't play well with others, let's put it that way. You have to be careful with it. I'm going to mix some more green for my leaves, cadmium yellow medium, and I'm going to go back in and put some more leaves. I'm being so messy. So I'm going to get some dark just kind of dark hookers right here like this, going in there. What? It's still got yellow on there. I am dripping. You know, if I was just working on this in front of a workshop or just in the studio alone, because I'm having this drip issue, I would lay it flat and work on it. I really like to do that. So, but I can't right now. I'm going to get my smaller brush. Sometimes if you just want to clean up some of that, I learned this when I was a watercolor painter, but just a dry brush and kind of go back in and you can clean up some of that extra. Just like that, and then clean your brush off. All right, I'm going to make some stems. I'm going to go in with just plain Hooker's green, real dark. And then what's going to be really fun is to go back in and negative paint with this brush. I'm going to go, I break up the rim of this glass vase by putting a little bit of dark, but break it up. And I'm going to put some white. And break it up, sort of like that as my base. And then I'm going to take my white, a little bit of yellow with it, Naples yellow. And watch this, this is fun. I'm going to go to the edge of the glass right here and just go. Do you like that, Jane? That was good. So, anyway, I'm going to make that background color again, brilliant purple, raw sienna, and light blue violet, and light blue, all those colors, and I'm going to go in and do some negative painting in here, really fun, kind of clearing out behind these flowers, making space. It's background I'm painting. You know, learn to see the shapes that are behind shapes, because they are just as important. We tend to neglect them and just regard that as background, but it's not. They're in a two-dimensional world, they're shapes. I think I'm going to introduce a little bit of red right here and put it elsewhere, just kind of like that. And I'm just about there. Maybe I'll make the center of my sunflower. I'm going to take a little bit of burnt sienna. Just put it on the one side. I've got to repeat it. Can't just take a color in a painting and put it in one place only. Can't do it. So I'm just repeating it in a few places. And let's see, I need a center, maybe I'll use red. Let's just see. If it doesn't work, I can change it. A little bit of red in the middle of those flowers right there. Maybe a little bit of petals coming down here. That's too equal. See, these are the things at the very end of the painting you have to really sit back and think about and study it. So little more cleaning up. I'm almost done. I'm almost done as to what I'm going to do today. And like, if I come in tomorrow and I look at this and I might see something else I want to do. I'm going to do it. Add a little bit of depth. But that's about as far as I'm going to go. Oh, look at these drips. More. Think about acrylic, you can fix anything. Except that painting I did yesterday. I don't know if I can fix that. But anyway, thank you for being with me today and going through this kind of fun fall picture. And try this at home, and even go grab some foliage out of your yard, or just make it up. Make it up. It's fun. Thank you. See you next time. Oh, by the way, hit like and subscribe, and you can go to my website, janeslifkagallery.com, and on there, if you go to the shop page, you can purchase an entire painting class that lasts about an hour, and you can stop it and go and work at your own pace. Have some friends over, set it up, have a little paint party, and their classes are only $25. So, yeah, go there, and that's it, and we'll see you next time.